let's get into it. Ranking all 30 starting point guards of the NBA season 2019. We've seen a couple people do these lists, and they just never really look that good. They never seem that good. So we're gonna take our own take onto it.
So let's get started right here. We're gonna start at the top of the list by the S, which is better than A, and this is like school grading: A, B, C, D, F, and then S is like superior. So.
Yeah, like supreme kind of that kind of thing. Yeah.
So first, we're gonna put obviously Curry in S, obvious reasons.
Yeah, I mean, out of everyone on this list besides Curry, I mean, people could argue that Curry could be the only S on this list. I'm arguing that Kyrie belongs right there with him. Because Kyrie, to me, is the only other point guard that I could see actually take a team to a series in the playoffs and actually do something in the playoffs. Yes, granted, this year he wasn't that great, but any other year, I mean, he's been phenomenal. So as long as he can do both in the playoffs, I definitely think he should be.
And I like Kyrie, so I definitely agree with that.
Kyrie's a good dude.
In all the lists that we did, we looked at 2 or 3 different lists. They all said Curry was the only person in the S, and I don't agree with that. Curry's above and beyond better than every single person. Like he's probably might be better, but Kyrie's definitely up there.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I definitely agree that Curry's the best point guard, but I understand what you're saying. It doesn't mean just because he's better that he's the only person.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that
Kyrie's
Kyrie's
in the S category, right? Yeah.
Okay.
So let's move on to A then. I think.
Yeah. So A, we're gonna start off with Westbrook. My opinion for this is that he's gotten the triple-double seasons. Like it might not be getting him far in the playoffs, and he might not be the best point guard in the NBA, but just getting that alone makes you a super good player.
I mean, and even if he doesn't score too much, at least that like even if he only gets, in the teens for points, you'll have at least probably like 10 assists and 10 rebounds.
Yeah.
But just still doing something, even if it's not necessarily doing it for the right reasons.
And I hate when people say the stat boosting thing, because if you were in the NBA, you would definitely be stat boosting too. Yeah. Like, come on.
So speaking of these two, where is he at? Boom. Blacka.
Yeah, I agree.
Same matchup we just looked at in the playoffs. Lillard, you could probably argue could be a B as well, but I would say
as of recently,
his playoff performance, and just the last 2 years, I think they were like the 4th seed or the 3rd seed as well last year, and they're the 3rd seed this year. For the West, that's still pretty impressive. I'm gonna put him at the A spot. I think there's one more person I would put in the A spot.
One more A. We're going to go with Kemba.
Yeah, that's exactly how I would put it in A.
I feel like he's on a bad team, and he's just been doing good for a few. He's been on that team for a while now, right?
Yeah, the Hornets I'm pretty sure it's the only team he's ever been on.
It's the only team he's ever been. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like he's been there for a while. I just didn't know.
Yeah. But even this year, just this year, I think he had 3 50-point games and a 60-point game.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Like there's just nutty stuff that's going on, but the Hornets just literally have nobody.
I agree.
Like he's the only person on the Hornets
literally.
that
you look at that roster, it's like
will know unless they're like actually like strong NBA fans or just Charlotte fans in general.
Yeah.
But I definitely think Kemba needs to leave. His contract's up this year, so if you got to do something, Kemba, do it.
Yeah, for real. Get out of there.
Do you think anyone else you would really put in A? Because I don't really see anybody else
once the
really
list is full, I might see it's a little changes maybe, but I don't think so. I think I'm gonna leave it at this.
All right, moving on to B.
I'm gonna start off with D'Lo.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I feel like he could be an A, but he's still like a newer point guard, and he's on a I don't even know how they made the playoffs, to be 100% honest with you. But
I just need to see. He had a great season this year. He was doing pretty well last year. I need to see him be consistent with it.
That's what I'm
if he's
saying,
consistent, I can maybe consider it. But right now, I think even B is still very generous, and it's a good spot for him there.
I think it's just too early to decide, like in his career. I think.
I don't even want to do this, but everyone else is gonna be all upset if I don't. So Ben Simmons will put you at the B spot.
Oh, God.
Yeah, Ben Simmons can't shoot the ball, but I guess he is pretty decent in the post. He can pass all right. He can rebound fairly well because
he can
of his
obviously
size.
dunk.
Yeah.
Because of the same reason.
And he still puts up some decent points here and there, not all the time, obviously, because there was that one series. I think he had like 1 point. Or maybe
That's what I like to see. And we always get to flaming him, but he's not trash. He's just not.
Yeah.
He's not a
don't
point
get me
guard.
wrong. I don't think Ben Simmons is a good player or anything. I'm just being respectful as a fan, thinking that he's at least better than some of these dudes that are on here.
For real. All right, the next one I'm gonna go with is John Wall. I like him as a point guard personally, using him in video games mainly. He's super fast, and of course a song that they made about him.
Yeah, Troop 41, baby, John.
I love that. And yeah, I think he's a little bit above average. That's why he's in the
Well,
B.
people forgot about him because he was hurt this year.
Yeah.
He didn't do any. I mean, people are like, oh, he didn't because he wasn't here.
Yeah,
He
he
didn't have a
can't do
chance to do anything because he wasn't here.
Yeah.
But I mean, as long as he didn't have too bad of an injury
He comes
and came
back
back
the same.
strong, I think he'll be still. I mean, in a B area. Yeah.
I
I mean,
agree.
I'd say a B's a good rating for John Wall. I feel like that's kind of the spot I feel like he needs to be in. Because I feel like people are putting him even lower right now if they're not, just because he didn't play this year.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay. I mean, I could catch some flack for this, but
Flag.
I mean, no, people like CP3, so
Everyone except me. No, I'm kidding.
put CP3 at the B spot. He did all right in the series when they just played the Warriors. I mean, I think the last game they played, I think that went 4-1, right? That went 5 games.
Well, I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I mean-
no, 2. I think they had 2.
No, I think it went 5.
Really?
Yeah.
5
Pretty sure it went 5. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So CP3 had like 30-some points that game.
Really?
So
I
he
did not
showed
even know
out that game, but that was like the only game that he really did anything.
He's like the more of like I swear he's like a Steve Nash point guard. That's what he reminds me. Like he passes a lot. Like he can shoot and he can do that stuff, but he passes like more.
There is a lot
Your
of games
go-to.
though where he is very streaky with his shooting, and that's another thing people talk about with Lillard, because Lillard's not always that consistent either.
Yeah.
He's just been doing well this year. CP3 is the same way. CP3 I don't think he's ever been in the finals. He always loses because he never does anything in the playoffs. He never shows out. He's never consistent in the playoffs. He's always good in the regular season. But for how long he's at least been somewhat decent, like a B, put him at the B spot.
Yeah, makes sense to me. And where is Jamal Murray?
Yeah, good old Murray.
Where is he even? You see him on here
Yeah,
somewhere?
in between Brunson and Trae Young.
Alright, there we go. I'm gonna put him at the B. He's on the Nuggets. They made it to the playoffs. What were they? The second ranked team?
Yeah, second seed.
Second ranked team. And I just feel like he's a good overall point guard. He's a good shooter. He's a good passer. Obviously, he's a point guard.
For how young he is, even in the series when they played against Portland, not saying Portland obviously is the best team, but for how young he is and how new to the playoffs and like that kind of experience that he has, I feel like he did well this playoff season, and he did well in the regular season. So yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with that. I think that's a good spot for him. B. I would say probably most people have him at like B or C, because I don't really think anyone besides like maybe people from Denver are gonna put
Yeah,
him at
because he's
like
not
higher
trash, but he's not like God tier either.
he's not there yet, and that's even if we could still be generous with the B because he really hasn't done too much,
Yeah.
but I still think he's better than a lot of the guys that are on this list.
Yeah, I agree.
I
That's
mean,
why I think
I
our
don't,
list is
I
gonna
don't,
be full.
I don't really see anyone else that I would put in B, to be honest. Me personally, at least.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, I'll start off C then. All right, well, we'll start off with the bum, Kyle Lowry. Just me being nice again, because if this was a list just based off of who I like,
It'd be
Ben
totally
Simmons
different.
and Lowry will be at F, 100%.
100%.
So, Kyle Lowry, I'm gonna give him a
That's
C. He just dropped like 30 on the Bucks, game 1 of this series.
Woo!
So that was all right. I mean, he's always been a decent player. I never thought he's been all-star material because he's made the all-star team a couple of times. I never thought he's been all-star material.
Yeah.
But I definitely think he's at least average than below average. So I'll give him that because he still has his 30-point games and stuff here and there. Like some of these guys, I don't even know if they've ever even had a
For real.
30-point
I
game
don't know
career,
if they've
you know
even
what I mean?
played.
So Lowry, I'll give him a C. I'll keep him there. I think that's a good spot.
I don't want to admit it, but I feel like it's true.
Yeah.
All right, the next one we're gonna do with the Bucks because they're playing right now against the Raptors, so it's mine as well. I'm gonna put Bledsoe there. When he first got traded to the Bucks, I was trash talking him. I was flaming him all over the place, saying he's terrible. But he's not bad. He's not bad. He's good at taking it. He's recently in the playoffs. He's not a good shooter, but yeah, he's good. In my eyes, he got better.
I loved
like,
him
to
on the
me.
Suns because I'm a Suns fan.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
when he was traded, because I saw he was tweeting, obviously like I don't want to be here when he was on the
That's
Suns.
nuts. When I saw, yeah, that was nutty.
Yeah. So I mean, I was angry at first when he got traded, but then I was obviously happy he got traded to the Bucks out of anything because the Bucks are my second favorite team. So I was happy about it, and I mean he's done well for us, and they
Yeah,
call
he
him,
definitely
they
has,
call him
I'm
Mini
saying.
LeBron for a reason.
Yeah.
He kind of is similar, streaky of a shooter, but good inside and can
Yeah.
muscle his way. All right. Let's see people. Based off of just performance before and playoff experience and stuff like that, I'll put Conley at C. Definitely making the bag right now, getting paid hella money to the Grizzlies, doing nothing.
Who's even on the grid? I don't even
No
like,
one.
know
Marcus
that.
All just left too, so they got Jonas
really?
in that trade. But that's the Grizzlies have no one. They
Yeah,
have
for real. He's getting
that
all
one
the
draft pick, that Jackson guy or whatever his name is. He's pretty decent. I can't remember his name. He's
money.
alright.
Yeah.
But I mean, for a player that can shoot decently when he's not hurt, he's another person that's kind of injury prone. He reminds me of like a D Rose kind of player. He gets injured a decent amount. I mean, not saying Curry doesn't get injured all the time too, but
Yeah.
just another injury person for me. Not too consistent, but can have his games here and there. I'd say, about an average player. Some people before would probably put him at a B level previous years when he was a little younger.
I feel like he'd be a B or like a little bit higher if he was on a better team. Like if he had better people to play around.
In the younger years, I might agree, but I feel like after he's been injured a couple of these times and just the way he's getting older, I think he's just, I don't know, for me, he's just a C right now.
I got it. That makes sense. All right, I'm going to do Lonzo. Mainly I'm gonna put him here because he didn't play this year really that much. I think he played at the beginning, a couple like 20 games.
Like I say about like half.
I
think it was like right before the All-Star break before he got hurt.
But when he was playing, he wasn't like amazing, wasn't terrible. So I'm gonna put him right around the middle.
Yeah, I mean, okay, on this list so far, besides I would say John Wall and I would say Bledsoe. I could say Lonzo could be like top 3 defenders on this list right now. Lonzo has very good defense, and I mean he can pass the ball good. He was scoring, I think it was about like 10 to 12 points a game.
That's not bad for like was his second year, right?
Right, yeah. So I mean, especially on a team with LeBron,
for real, that's what
they're doing whatever he's happy for. So you never know what could be happening over there. I mean, I definitely agree with the C rating for him. If we're gonna do it that way, then we're gonna do based off his draft class, then for sure, 100%.
100%.
Give me Fox.
Look at that hair.
Good matchup in college. Claims he's the fastest player on the court. Could be. I mean, I definitely think he could probably be like top 3, top 5 fastest, but I don't know if he's fastest. I can't really call that. I mean, decent jump shooter. Kings almost made it to the playoffs this year. They could probably make it next year as long as they all stay healthy. They got a good young squad. They're coming up. I mean, De'Aaron Fox is just he's fast. He can play defense. He can play offense here and there.
Yeah, I think the quickness part of him is like the main reason he's even there because I don't think he's that good of a shooter. I haven't watched him too much, but I don't think he's that good of a shooter. He's better.
He's
like,
not. Yeah, so
getting past people.
I think he's better on defense with his hands, like stealing wise.
Yeah.
And then like he's quick, so he can get to the hoop really quick. But other than that, no, his shooting capabilities, no, they're not that good at all.
Yeah. Okay.
He's definitely like a drive and kick kind of guy.
All right. And for me, I'm gonna put Trae Young here. He's a super young player, but he's on a trash team, so I feel like he deserves to be up, not at the D or the F, but he's also super young, so you can't put him at an A because you never know what's going to happen.
First rookie we're putting on the board.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm not going to necessarily say he doesn't belong at C, but I also, like I said, I can put people other areas based off of just experience in my eyes. So I could see Trae Young being a D, but I can also definitely see him being a C. For his rookie year, he definitely did well. I don't think.
I just feel like the main thing is the people around him on his team are just who's on the Hawks. Like no.
I mean, they got Herter, which is a young dude who's pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that,
I mean, like experienced player. They don't have experienced players to like.
Yeah, the only experienced player they have is Vince Carter, and I mean he's
like
42.
58.
So.
For real.
Yeah, I mean I'm not gonna disagree with that.
I really feel like next year he'll be at a B. I really do.
Now this I could definitely receive some flack for, possibly. I just don't know. Most people probably don't even know how to pronounce this dude's name, but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. My pick personally for maybe not rookie of the year, but at least rookie of the playoffs, if that was even an award. I mean, Clippers took how many games off the Warriors? 3 or 2?
Yeah,
I think
for
it was
real.
2.
They were getting money.
And I mean, he was still putting up like 12 to 15 points a game in the playoffs against the Warriors. With KD too, they had the full squad then. So like me as a rookie seeing that, like if I was a rookie doing that, like that's good to me.
Yeah.
And as long as he keeps doing stuff like that, I mean, he could get up higher. But I mean, still as a C compared to some of the people he's next to as a rookie, I would take it. But yeah, that's where I'm gonna put Gilgeous.
Playing in a playoff series against people that have won the finals 2 years in a row. I
Right,
feel like
that's what I'm saying. If you're putting up 12 to 15 points against them, you're not garbage.
And you're a rookie. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's definitely good. Do we have more people in the C?
I can see like 1 to 2 people I can consider.
Where is this dude? Derek White. Where is he? Right here? No.
Yeah, that's Derek White.
Who is this other? All right, I'm gonna put him there because he's on the Spurs, and I mean the Spurs do good, so I just like he just goes along with them. He does good. He makes his stats look better, and I feel like he's not that bad of a player either. I don't really got much to say about
They always
him.
make the playoffs every year. Coach Popovich is a great coach, which I heard, by the way, that he could be leaving. I heard he's been talking to some other teams. I saw something on the ESPN
But to go
or
to a
something.
different team. Wow.
But watch them make the playoffs regardless, 100%. But for the playoffs, he did all right against the Nuggets. I think he had like two 30-point games against the Nuggets in the first round.
That's news to me.
And I don't know if he's a rookie or a 2-year pro or even a 3-year
I don't even
pro.
know much about
I'm
any
pretty
Spurs.
sure he's a second year. I'm pretty sure he was a rookie last year, but I'm not 100%. But for the way he performed this year in the regular season and postseason, I can definitely see him being a C.
Yeah.
He's another person for me where he could also be like a D, but I feel like some people could also even put him as a B based off of just playoff performance. But I mean,
sounds good to me. I think that's.
So who we got left? Collison, Chris Dunn, DJ Augustine, Brunson, Peyton, Rubio. None of them are C's. Dennis, Jeff Teague, Tyler Johnson, Reggie, Justice, and Kyle. Yeah, I mean, I think the C's are good. Yeah, I think those are good for C's. I mean, just do it right from the top. I don't think he's an F. I mean, they still made the playoffs this year, but he's
without Oli
100% another person. He can definitely shoot the three consistently, but other than that, not the best defender and not the best, I mean, otherwise shooter or taking it to the hole either. But yes, he's a very good three-point shooter, don't get me wrong. But other than that, I mean, I really just, that's all I got for Collison. But I don't think he's an F.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with that. Definitely agree. And next, I'm going to go with DJ Augustine, who popped off in the playoffs with that nasty buzzer beater.
I mean, yeah, didn't he drop like 50 in one of the games?
Something nuts like that, yeah. Yeah, I'm just going to put him there. I always think he's super old. Every time I hear him, I'm like, oh, he's still in the NBA, because super long time ago I played a 2K and he was just there. But anyways, that's besides the point. I just like him as a shooter. That's like all he does for me too. Same thing with Collison. He's just a shooter to me.
Yeah, I mean, someone that size, I really can't see them playing defense that well unless the person's
especially
their size.
In the NBA nowadays,
right.
Like everyone's like massive.
But no, he's definitely a decent three-point shooter. I would even say he's got a better regular shot than Collison, so I definitely agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put my boy Dennis here. I wasn't necessarily like upset when the Mavericks traded him, but I definitely think in New York he has a better opportunity, I would say, to show out or like at least show who he is.
Yeah.
I mean, New York's a big area, they got money involved. But if Kyrie doesn't go to the Lakers and he goes to the Knicks, then Dennis is probably gonna be coming off the bench. So I mean, if we make this list next year, he won't even be here. But
for real.
he can definitely take it to the hole. He definitely can jump crazy, so he can definitely rebound. He can shoot the three decently. I think
really?
his shot.
I'm gonna say I didn't think he was that good of a shooter, but
His three-point shot is okay, but his mid-range and even the three-point definitely needs some work.
Yeah, okay.
Defense is all right, but he can block decently too. That's why I give it to him as well. Because he's just super athletic. See, and like this right here is where I'm putting Ben Simmons realistically.
Yeah, realistic. Yeah.
If I'm actually gonna put it realistically, to my opinion, I won't even give him an F. I'll put him better than an F, but he's a D because he cannot shoot the ball and he's only a post player.
And I think as a point guard, you have to shoot.
Right.
Mean, just
you know what I mean? But
anyway,
we'll stop flaming Ben Simmons. Yeah, we'll stop flaming Ben Simmons.
All right, I'm gonna do Jeff Teague because I don't even know, man. To be honest, for me, he's between a D and an F. Like he just doesn't do much for me. Like.
It's just Jeff Teague. Like when you think of Jeff Teague, what do you even think about?
He's just a point guard that's there.
I think about the Pacers when they played LeBron because he was on that team with Paul George. But like
I didn't even know. Yeah.
In that era, Jeff Teague would drop decent points a game, probably like 15 to 20, maybe even a couple of 30-point games here and there. But on the Timberwolves, I mean, dude, they've gone through him, Jones, and Rose.
Yeah.
Like I didn't. Who said even that he was like the guaranteed starter? Was he hurt or something? Honestly. Whatever. I mean, but other than that, experience-wise and everything, yeah, I don't think he's an F player. But yeah, I'll give him a D.
Yeah.
Pause on that.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
That's nutty.
So if I'm gonna do this again, because I'm just gonna keep reiterating myself. If I'm gonna do it based off of experience, and at least someone that isn't gonna be an F worthy, but at least can be a D player. I'll give Ricky Rubio the spot. I mean, streaky shooter again. Definitely can pass the ball a lot better than a lot of these guys.
When I think of him, he's a passer.
Yeah. Not too terrible on defense. Definitely could move the effort up. Definitely needs to be a little bit of a better shooter.
Hell yeah.
But definitely a better passer, 100%. So I'll at least give him the D for the passing rate.
Jesus. Oh my god.
Oh, did I say it again?
Yeah. Nutty. All right, and then Reggie.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe, yeah. I don't know. I don't even know much about Reggie Jackson, to be honest. I just feel like he's not complete trash, but he's not like not average yet.
in the Bucks series, he didn't play too bad. He played all right. I mean, I feel like people could even say he's a C type player. But
really
he's just
depends.
another person. Yeah, he's just another person who's just too streaky for me. I never really see him do too much, and
Just kind of there.
yeah, right. He's just kind of there. He's just like holding up space. I don't know. I think there's one more person I'm gonna put in D before we go to F, and just because he's still kind of young, and the Bulls really don't have that many people. They all got young people. I don't think Chris Dunn is too terrible. Definitely, at least in 2K, he can definitely shoot the three at least decently.
Yeah.
I feel like just in a couple of games I've watched this year, I mean, he can do stuff here and there. He can dunk the ball, he can pass the ball, he can shoot the ball. But just another person who's definitely super streaky and just.
And I think he's
consistent
really
enough.
young too.
Yeah, he's
so
just.
it's like,
I mean, the Bulls have nobody too.
Yeah.
Levine and Markkanen are both good players, but they're not
all-stars
superstars,
and
right?
stuff like
They're
that.
not players that are going to be able to carry a team to anything. So they're
Yeah.
going to be sitting where they're at the whole time unless the Bulls get a good
so
draft.
especially the
pick this year.
point guard, like passing out the ball, it's like hard to when you don't got anyone to give it to really. I mean, yeah.
Well, I think all the rest of these are Fs, but we
Yeah.
can at least explain why we're putting
These are
these
the
guys
bottom
at
of the
Fs.
barrel.
Yeah.
Bottom of the barrel, trash.
So
I'm
Brunson.
gonna put the trashiest one first.
I don't know.
Can I get him there?
Yeah.
You don't think he's Tyler John?
He could be.
I'll put him second then.
So Tyler Johnson got traded from the Heat. I think he's still wearing his Heat jersey in that picture
Yeah, he
too.
definitely
Yeah,
is.
he
They both
definitely
got
is.
Heat jerseys on.
Yeah. Tyler Johnson. They're doing it for the Suns point guard. Absolute dog meat.
Donkey water, bro.
I'm a
So
Suns
bad.
fan, and I hate this. I hate him playing for the Suns. I don't like him as a player. He just does nothing for me. I always thought he was garbage on the Heat. I love the Heat as a team. I like D Wade. I like Adonis. I like I like Hassan. I definitely think Hassan needs to put more effort in. If I'm gonna say that to all you Heat fans, Hassan needs to start doing something.
Would you
with all
put
the money
effort
he's
though
making.
against like on a team like that?
But he's not even on the team anymore. He's on my
Yeah,
Suns.
yeah,
So
yeah.
Tyler Johnson, you suck.
Yeah.
Justice Winslow,
You
you're a
suck.
small forward that shouldn't even have been someone who could be even considered being a point guard. Eric Spoelstra, which I will say to this day, I don't like as a coach. I don't like him at all. And if you're going to put him at point guard, I just don't understand it. I don't get it at all. And there's a reason why in those last couple of games, when Justice Winslow was the point guard, when they were making their playoff run, did absolutely nothing, and the Heat didn't get anywhere, and we didn't see D-Wade play in the playoffs one last time. So that's your fault, Winslow. I'm going to blame it all on you, even though it probably is not even all your fault.
Yeah, for real. Brunson.
We had to look up to
Yeah,
make
we
sure that
literally
was
had
even
to look-
Brunson.
that's
'cause
what I was gonna
Brunson,
say.
I've only really seen with like no hair, so I didn't even really know if that was even Brunson. And I also forgot that Dennis Smith got traded for a second, so I was like, we got to make sure this is Brunson.
So we don't even know it's him. He's automatic enough.
Brunson,
You're bad.
what have you done? What if there's nothing Brunson has done for anybody to say that he's not enough on this list, at least?
Alfred Payton.
Same way.
Only thing you got is a haircut from last year. That's the only thing. It's the only
And,
thing you
and
got
what's
from
even
me.
worse is, I mean, I would say if we could make a Z section, I would
Payton's
almost
bad.
put Peyton by himself in the Z
Yeah,
section.
he's bad.
Alfred Payton to me is like literally like the bottom of the food chain. like absolutely just
He's a little maggot.
The only thing you had was a decent hairstyle that no one had, and you got rid of it.
And you
so
got rid of it, bro.
What are you doing?
Yep.
Colin Sexton,
I feel like he could have been a D or an F. It's just
yes,
It's what we
because
decided.
for a rookie, he didn't do too bad. But again, the
He's on the
Cavs have
Cavs,
absolutely
bro.
nobody. Kevin Love is not no superstar
they have
anymore.
like 15 wins.
He
or
is
something.
old. Yeah, I believe they had either the worst record or the second worst record in the NBA. Colin
bad.
Sexton didn't do too bad. Definitely didn't do as well as I thought he was gonna do, and that's why I'm not gonna put him at least the D level yet, because I thought he was at least gonna do better than what he was going to do, and what he did still wasn't like good in my eyes at least. But I'm not gonna say it was terrible, but it's still not good enough to be a D at least, because I would say out of all the people in the D level at least right
They're
now,
better than him. Yeah. For the most part.
Kyle Dunn is Chris Dunn is the only person I would maybe switch out, or Jeff Teague.
Jeff Teagues. Yeah.
But other than that, I would probably keep this list all the same. I think it's almost funny how it looks like it's like, like
It's
order.
a staircase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this pretty much concludes our tier list.
And comment below if you want us to do other positions like
Yeah,
shooting guard,
small forward, anything you guys want us to do. Also, I mean, comment and tell us where you think they go, or send us
A few of your favorite
anything,
players. or
yeah,
something.
anything you want us to maybe reconsider, think of. Tell me your opinions. We love doing stuff like this, at least when it comes to
Yeah.
basketball. I mean, that's all we've really done on this
Even though
channel.
it's
is
controversial,
basketball,
but
so.
I definitely still like doing it too.
But yeah, let us know your comments below.